this is usually the part of the review, you know, when most YWC members are quiet and they go, guys, that I really didn't like that pay-per-view, and you know, and NXT TakeOver was better, and I don't know what to do, and I don't know what to say, and please just shut the fuck up, okay? I literally was watching some reviews today, shitty, and I am literally flabbergasted by some opinions on this pay-per-view. Number one, okay, first of all, if you dislike the pay-per-view, that's fine, okay? I have nothing against anyone who dislikes the pay-per-view, but just don't get on all fake and say, I don't like it for the sake of liking it. There is some good matches in this pay-per-view. People saying that this pay-per-view was the worst ever. It wasn't the worst ever. Now, there was one worst ever, which is very controversial, and I will be getting to that in this video. But we're going to go down the card, and we're going to discuss this, okay? Because in my humble opinion, this pay-per-view, the first half of this pay-per-view was fucking amazing. I loved the first half of this fucking pay-per-view. Me and WJ were cracking jokes on Twitter. It was very fucking funny, I'm not gonna lie. But, honestly, I enjoyed the first half of this pay-per-view. And then the second half, things kind of went downhill a little bit. It did. I don't know whether it's a combination of staying up late, you know, whether it's too late for people, you know, because the problem with WrestleMania and these pay-per-views is that it's nearly impossible to review straight after it, which is why if I'm going to do any of these reviews in the future, it will be the next day so that you can hear my proper voice, because every time I do one of these pay-per-view reviews, it's like a fucking ASMR video. But anyway, let's get on with it. Let's not waste any time, okay? So let us go down the card right now and let us review every single kind of match that's going on. I honestly believe that this was it wasn't a terrible WrestleMania. Looking back on it, I can understand. I think the problem, this is the problem, there's two types of opinions with this. People that loved it, people that hated it. My opinion is I'm down the middle. Now, the reason why I'm down the middle is because, like I said, there are some matches that were very good. Okay? They were very good. However, I feel as if the Taker John Cena and primarily the end of the main event sadly destroyed that kind of thing. Not into it as well. But overall, I feel as if it was a combination of people being burnt out, Undertaker, Cena, and the main event that people weren't happy with. But primarily, a lot of people also weren't happy with the Fatal 4-Way with Jinder Mahal winning or whatever. But again, I think for the most part, some of these matches were decent. A lot of haters were with Ronda Rousey apparently last night, and they were pretty much silent. Because Ronda did a very good job today. She looked very well in the pay-per-view. I ain't gonna lie, she looked very well. And I think she did a very good job last night. So, fucking fair play to Ronda Rousey. A lot of people didn't fucking believe me when I said I thought she was actually gonna do somewhat of it. There was some concern with Kurt Angle, to be honest. But as soon as I seen her do a few moves, like the intensity, I was like, you know what, she's gonna be good. And I think she's gonna be very good in WWE, and Lord knows, she could possibly be someone that will be one of the greatest, I think. I might be saying that a little bit too soon, but I think she might be one of the greatest in women's wrestling today, to be honest. Because Lord knows we fucking need a girl like Ronda Rousey that I can get behind. I finally now have someone that I can get behind now in the women's division. Apart from Becky Lynch and all that there, or Alexa Bliss, but Ronda's I'm gonna be a fanboy of Ronda Rousey in WWE. But, right, let's go through some of these matches right now. So, Matt Hardy won the elimination by eliminating Baron Corbin. This was your 30-man Battle Royal, Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Glad Matt won, to be fair. I didn't see it, to be honest. But I understand Bray Wyatt is now, I believe, a face. I think. Him and Bray Wyatt are friends now, apparently. So, Cedric Alexander did the WWE Cruiserweight Championship. Let's be honest, who really gives a shit? Anyone that pretends about the 205 thing, whatever. Naomi won the last Naomi won by last eliminating Bayley. I did see this match. This Battle Royal was alright for a pre-show. It was okay. It was alright. But Bayley apparently did like something heelish where she threw Sasha Banks out or whatever. You know, Naomi won. I thought it would have been good to actually have Bayley win and have her like have a heel run or something like that, but hey, what can you do? Seth Rollins defeated The Miz and Finn Balor. Very good match. Very entertaining with the match. I thought it was a very good match. Finn Balor and The Miz and Seth Rollins, I think, did a very good job, and I will even say this, The Miz did a very good job in this match. And by the way, if you're so used to these reviews of people literally bashing every single pay-per-view and every single match, I'm not the channel for yous. Sorry. You know, I'm just going to give my honest opinion. Because I know it's very unpopular now to somewhat praise some matches. It's just people that just bash everything. It's not what my channel is here, folks. Charlotte Flair defeated Oksana, or Asuka. I'm just going to say Oksana. You all know who I'm talking about. Charlotte Flair defeated her. This was actually a decent match as well. I felt I didn't have much high hopes for it, but I thought this was actually pretty decent for, you know, what they got. A lot of people are complaining that Charlotte Flair won. No, I agree. I think Charlotte Flair should have won. And I think people are literally being mad for the sake of being mad. It makes sense, to be honest. Oksana just didn't get any reaction. Like, when she's on SmackDown, she doesn't get any reaction at all. She's a very good looking girl. She's a very good wrestler. But there's something there that's missing with her. She's not getting the reaction of the people. And these are smarks. You know, and I hate to use that term because it's so overused. But this is primarily, these WrestleMania shows are like indie kind of try and take over the show, which I'll be talking about them at the main event. But I'm surprised that they didn't go nuts for her, you know what I mean? And they're not. You understand what I mean? So, Charlotte Flair, it makes sense. And honestly, it's not a big deal. It's not the end of the world that Charlotte Flair won, to be honest. Jinder Mahal defeated Randy Orton, Bobby Roode, Rusev. Didn't really care about the match, and I barely even seen it. But Jinder Mahal's United States Champion. Thought that they would have given it to Rusev, but oh well, what can you do? You know, it is what it is. And Jinder Mahal, like, his body looks really fucking weird too as well. Like, it looks even more like steroidy, like it's like from a mutation. I don't know, like from Fallout or something. His entire body is just weird looking now. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey defeated Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. Excellent fucking match. Very good match. I ain't gonna lie, very good match. Kurt Angle was very, very good. I was a bit concerned at the start of the match, but he did very, very well. Triple H, honestly, Triple H did somewhat decent. Stephanie did pretty decent as well, and this is something where you're going to see me actually praise Stephanie McMahon. I thought she did an actual good job with what she has been doing. And Ronda Rousey was excellent. Whether people like to admit it or not, Ronda Rousey is the fucking shit. Our concerns have been answered. She can do WWE very well, and I think her versus Charlotte Flair, I think, would be a good match to see. A lot of people saying, oh, but then Charlotte Flair's not in the same caliber as an MMA fighter. The thing is, it's WWE. Stephanie McMahon at one point was even taking Ronda at one point. Charlotte Flair could easily do the cheating thing, you know, the vintage Ric Flair thing that could throw Ronda off. Like I said, there's many things that you can do with that type of match. Don't be afraid to do it. And I feel as if these people, I think some of the people that were disappointed in this pay-per-view weren't happy with the results that they got, but It is what it is. The Bludgeon Brothers defeated the Usos and the New Day. It was an alright match. It was okay. You know, it was alright for the middle of the show. No. This is where things go downhill. Because throughout the match, John Cena was drinking, and I honestly thought he was completely drunk off his head. However, I thought, right, he's not here. I was actually praying for Undertaker not to show up, to be honest. I was really hoping for him not to show up. And then John Cena comes down to the ring. Eli Sampson, the guitar player, gets beat up. And then Undertaker takes about fucking 5 minutes going down the ramp. I'm sorry, but this match was awful. And the reason why I say it's awful is because it was only 3 minutes. Now, a lot of people are saying, yeah, but Cena got buried. Listen, I'm all for Cena getting buried, okay? I'm all for it. I'm the guy that really doesn't like Cena. But if you're gonna do it right, okay? At least have... And a lot of people saying Undertaker can't go, he can't do this, he can't do that. I'm sorry, but I highly disagree with you. I feel as if, well, if he couldn't do that, then at least have a build-up. If you were fully fledgedly aware that this match was only going to last 3 minutes, then why in God's green earth did you not have some type of a build for it? Now, when you look at, essentially, this was a match that was people were generally looking forward to, okay? And then I found out that they're essentially trying to do this whole bullshit of, hey, John Cena might be facing him, he might not, he might face him. We all knew it was going to happen. I just felt that it was... It would have been good if Undertaker just didn't show up. It would have been different. But, instead we ended up getting fucking John Cena versus Undertaker for 3 minutes. It took 5 minutes for Undertaker to go down the ramp. This match was awful. And it doesn't make sense. That's the problem. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense because this only makes sense if Undertaker is going to win a title. If Undertaker wins a title after this, then I understand, okay? But this man shows up for once a year, and that's it. He's not getting a title shot, he's not getting anything else, so this makes no sense. It doesn't make any sense. Why is John Cena passing the torch to The Undertaker? You understand? Like, that's my problem with this thing. And the build was so awful. Is he gonna face me, guys? Is he gonna face me? Like, it was so corny and so cheap. And, yeah, guys, he doesn't want to be here, guys, like, you know, and, is Undertaker gonna be here? Is he not? Like, this makes, like, I know it seems good, but it makes John Cena look like a pussy, like a big, massive pussy. Is he coming here, is he, you know? And then John Cena's sitting there with a few beers and all, like, fucking laughing with fans, and then he ends up in the ring. John's probably 6 beers down in the ring. And then fucking Undertaker shows up and just beats the crap out of Cena, pins him, and that's it. That's it. That's literally all that happened. I would have rather this match, if they were going to do this, at least have a build next year. But no, they ended up destroying. And you have to understand, this was a match that people generally wanted to see. I wanted to see these two interact with each other. Like, you know, why is John Cena not like The Undertaker? Why is The Undertaker not like John Cena? I wanted to see promos of the two of them in the ring. I wanted them to kind of compare each other. I wanted to see that build. And that's the problem that we have right now, is that there's no build. Nobody cares about a build anymore. And see, for these people that honestly say, oh, hey, but the build is all that matters here, the build is all that matters, you know, or should I say the build doesn't matter, should I say. The build doesn't matter. Yeah, and then that's why you end up with matches like this. It was absolutely diabolical. It was horrendous. And I know people have used the excuse that Undertaker is old. I understand that. But if he's old, where it comes to a point where he can only compete in a 3-minute match, then he's got to go. I'm sorry, but no, okay? This match doesn't make any goddamn sense. This only makes sense if The Undertaker is going for an actual championship. He's not. I will also be going into more detail on a video around about this week. I want to go into more detail about this subject. But for anyone who doesn't know, it fucking sucked. It was terrible. In every stretch of the imagination, it was terrible. Horrendous. Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon defeated Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. It was a good match. I thought it was pretty good. Pretty decent. Daniel Bryan did pretty well. Shane McMahon did pretty well. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn did very well. Match went on for 15 minutes. Oh, by the way, for any of you that actually don't know, the Undertaker John Cena match was only less than 2 minutes. It wasn't even 3 minutes. Fucking disgrace. I'm sorry, that's a fucking disgrace. It really is. There's no need for a squash match at WrestleMania. It doesn't make any sense at all. Unless they're having him next year, maybe, but I just don't understand it. It's just shit. But yeah, I thought Daniel Bryan did a very good job. Good to see him back in the ring. Nia Jax versus Alexa Bliss. Surprisingly, an actual good match. I thought it was an actually good and decent match. Not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but I felt what Alexa Bliss and Nia did was, you know, that kind of like, you know, when you've got a big wrestler versus a small wrestler. I think what they did tell a good story in the ring, if that makes sense. Something that we don't see in a while. I know a lot of people are expecting me to bash this, but this was actually a very decent match. It wasn't great, like it wasn't perfect, should I say, but it was pretty decent, and I actually did enjoy it. AJ Styles versus Nakamura. This match went on for 20 minutes, and honestly, I missed the entire thing because I really couldn't give less of a shit. The match was alright. I don't understand why this was so overhyped. AJ Styles is always the shit, but at least we see Nakamura turn heel. But even with Nakamura, it was just like, I don't know, like, what, I don't know, I'm sorry guys, but I don't see what the big appeal is of Nakamura. I'm sorry, I don't. I just see some Asian guy having a stroke. Like, that's all I see, and I don't see the big thing with this. I don't. His entrance was cool, though. And by the way, Undertaker's entrance was pretty dope, I'm not gonna lie. It was pretty cool. But Nakamura's entrance was pretty decent. With the chick and the guitar, whatever, that was pretty good. In fact, actually, the entrances this year, apart from the New Days, most of the entrances were actually pretty good this year, in terms of WrestleMania, but with Nakamura, I don't know, I really couldn't give a crap, to be honest. Now, we got Braun Strowman, I'm not gonna bash this match, because I understand why they did it. And honestly, it's fucking hilarious. Now, I understand that a lot of people are mad for whatever reason. I think it's Be a Star Kid or whatever. And you know what? I can respect that. Let's be honest. What's the tag belt's gonna be doing anyway? You know? So, Braun Strowman and Nicholas defeated Cesaro and Sheamus. Now, a lot of you are wondering, well, Jerry, who the fuck is Nicholas? I've never heard of this indie wrestler. It's a kid. A kid is now the tag team champion. And I don't mind it. I really don't. I actually don't mind it. It's... Listen, if this was the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, then I would have a problem with it. If it was for the Intercontinental, then I would have a problem with it, or if it was US or something like that. But let's be honest, what the hell were they doing with those Raw Tag Team Championships anyway? Let's be honest. And I really want to see how this story progresses. I really want to see how this story progresses in the future and what they do and stuff. And, Braun Strowman and Nicholas are the Tag Team Champions, and honestly, I don't really have a problem with it. Sorry for these bloodthirsty people that wanted me to rant on this match, but what the fuck else are we going to do with the tag belts? Really? Brock Lesnar with Paul Heyman defeated Roman Reigns. Now, this is a match that, honestly, you got two sides to this, okay? Let me have a wee puff of this before I explain this here. Because I'm going to need it. I haven't had a puff of that in ages. So, Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns. There's two sides to this. You got the smarks that hijacked it, even though there was blood in it. They hijacked the shit out of it. And the other end, you got the anti-smarks that are saying this match was amazing. It was a fantastic match, and it's being hijacked by smarks and stuff. I think both sides are somewhat in the wrong, but I think, and I hate to be that person again, but the smarks are actually primarily in the wrong in this instance. Why were you chanting boring when you seen blood? Like, that's what I don't get. And it's just everyone, like, this Roman Reigns hate is something that I don't get. And it is by these kind of internet reviewers that are trying to make Roman look like Cena. Roman is nothing like Cena. I actually do like Roman. Shocker. I do like Roman. He gets way too much crap. You know what I mean? Especially when he's in the main event. And you got these fucking mongoloids that are literally just going mental. Going absolutely mental. Screaming at these two, saying, boring, boring. Like, honestly, and I know they've paid their ticket and they have the right to say that. But honestly, I would love to be in that arena last night. And I wouldn't have found it boring. And just the whole kind of match got completely hyped. And it's such a shame because the match was decent. It wasn't perfect. Anti-smarks were fucking saying that this was the greatest thing ever. It fucking wasn't. I'm sorry, it wasn't either. But when you seen the blood and stuff, I thought that was pretty cool. And it was a match that I generally wanted to enjoy. But I couldn't enjoy it because it was completely hijacked by complete and utter idiots. Like absolute man-children that couldn't honestly enjoy a match. And they completely hijacked the entire thing. They only popped because Roman Reigns fucking lost. And I don't think Roman will always be booed now. And it's a real shame because I do like Roman Reigns. I actually do like the guy. I actually wanted Roman to win. Because Lord knows Brock Lesnar's got to go. But rather than, you know, if Roman Reigns would have won, then that means their darling fucking wrestlers would have had a chance to win the championship. But now Brock's got it. I don't know whether he's re-signed with WWE or he's joining the UFC. I honestly couldn't give less of a crap if he fucking whatever. But I hope he just goes to the UFC. Or just drop the belt. To be honest, I hope he drops the belt because, like, I've been out for 6 months and didn't even realize Brock Lesnar was still Universal Champion. So, to kind of summarize, this pay-per-view wasn't terrible. It wasn't the worst. I think people are reacting saying it was the worst. There was, let's count here. You could argue, we'll just, I'll not even do the pre-show. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 if you're a smark, 7 if you like funny stuff. Like 7 matches were actually pretty good, and that's over 50%, which is a fucking miracle. And I'm thinking of this because the way I like a pay-per-view is match by match. I think some people hate the pay-per-view because of it ending in the main event. And that is why I generally don't look into these main events as much. Because a main event does not make the pay... Like, it does. It is somewhat of a factor, yes. But you know, WWE try to have something for everyone, and you got, like, these guys had your AJ Styles Nakamura. Why not have the other side have their match, which is Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns? But instead it got hijacked. It got hijacked for no fucking good reason. And that's why I'm glad I'm slowing down on wrestling stuff, because honestly, it's a real shame, because this card was actually somewhat decent. And it's a real goddamn fucking shame that the main event and the John Cena thing ruined it. Other than that, I'm going to give this pay-per-view a 6 out of 10. This would have got a 7 or an 8 out of 10. Probably 6.5. If they would have got the Undertaker John Cena right, and it would have got, if it wasn't hijacked. Because I think that the audience just killed the pay-per-view. To be honest, I think they just completely killed it. But there you go, guys. That's my review. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. This is General Jerry on the General Jerry channel. Signing out.